In this video, I'm going to show you how to select something with the quick selection tool and then copy and paste it. So I'm going to open up a file called flowers. So right now I have a standard arrangement of flowers, but let's say that this arrangement of flowers now comes with 2 additional yellow roses. So how am I going to add those in? I'm going to zoom in so I can see those roses. Command plus, 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 plus. So I want to select this rose. Now there's some options we know. You can use a marquee tool, you can use a lasso, you can try the magic wand by holding shift and clicking more and more pixels, or adjusting your tolerance if I increase it to like 62. The problem is this isn't a perfect way to select something. So I'm going to show you a faster way to go about this. So I'm going to hit Command D to deselect. Now if I hover over my magic wand, if I click and hold, there's a quick selection tool option. I'm going to click that. You can see in the cursor there's a little plus sign. When I click on my flower, it does a pretty good job of picking up all the edges. Now I can click and hold, push it out, and it selects even more. I want to just make a few tweaks. Now I'm in trouble. It selected more than I wanted it to. How I undo that is by changing the plus to a minus. So if I hold down Alt Option key, I can see that change from a plus to a minus, from a plus to minus. So I hold down that Alt Option and I'm just going to push back in those pixels so they are no longer selected. I'm going to make a small change right here. Alright, so now I have just the flower selected. I want to copy this and paste it. When you go to copy something, you hold down Command and then the C key. Now I made a copy. To paste it, I hold down Command and hit the V key, and it made a copy. I can see that because over here I have my background and I have layer 1. To move this rose, I need to choose my move tool, top first tool, and I can simply move that rose. Now I can see that I selected some other pixels. How I delete those is with my eraser tool. I'm going to turn off the background layer by clicking this I. So now I can just see that rose by itself. I'm going to go over here and choose the eraser tool, and now I can just clean up any of those pixels that kind of disrupted my rose from looking how I wanted it to. So now I'll turn my background back on, and now I can move that rose and place it somewhere else. So I'm going to zoom out. Now, it's pretty obvious to us that it's an exact duplicate. Something that might help make it look more real would be to change the size of it. So if I go up to Edit, scroll down to Transform, to change the size of that, I'm going to choose Scale. So I click on Scale, I'm going to hold Shift. I can make my rose really big or really small. If I don't hold Shift, what happens is my rose can be distorted. So I really do want to hold down Shift when I'm making a change so those proportions look a little bit more real. And then I can move it into the spot I want it and hit Return. If I'd like to paste that rose again, I can just simply go Command V and I have another copy. Now the problem with this rose is it's not facing the right direction, so I want to flip it or rotate it. So to do that, I want to make sure I'm on that layer, layer 2, back to Edit, down to Transform, and instead of scaling it, I'm going to rotate it. This gives me the option of turning that rose so it's kind of facing a different way. So I can stick it in wherever I think it looks good. And that's how you copy, paste, and transform.